Welcome to the Love, Laugh, Live Chat Show with myself and the beautiful, stunning, gorgeous Dav Ubu.
So प्यार करो हंसो ते जुग जुग जियो वाला show. So this show is about how we love with passion, how we laugh with pleasure, and how we live in peace.
And what do we mean by that? We mean प्यार करो सारे दिल दे नाल, ता हंसो दिल भर के, ता जियो शांति नाल.
So my name is Devinder Ubi. I'm a life and spiritual coach, and sitting next to me, my hilarious, funny, and gorgeous co-host.
And my name, thank you very much, Dav, that's very kind of you. My name is Gurdyal Garcha, and I'm an empowerment and resilience coach. And Dav, what topic are we going to be talking about, continuing to talk about?
Continuing to talk about this, today is going to be the last, 4th episode, the topic about vibration. So how many times do we hear how important it is to raise your vibration, including thinking positive and uplifting thoughts? What we are going to discuss in depth today, what actually vibration is. And once we fully understand this, we realize we are the creators of our own reality and responsible for attracting all our experiences that we are in alignment with of the frequency we are emitting.
So, if you think about it, we are not just flesh and blood, which is what we think. So, if you put anything under an intense microscope, you can ultimately see that everything is vibration, constantly moving. So at our core, we are vibrational beings. So now we are going to explain this further, why we are vibrational beings, because there is actually scientific proof that humans are not physical beings, and in fact nothing in our universe is physical or solid. The human body is comprised of 9 systems: the circulatory system, the digestive system, the endocrine system, the muscular system, the nervous system, reproductive system, respiratory system, skeletal system, and the urinary system. And what makes these systems, Dav is going to explain this in a lot more detail.
Okay, so what are these systems made of? First, it's made of tissues and organs. So then what are these tissues and organs made of?
Pray tell.
Cells. And what makes these cells? Like this. Molecules. So what makes a molecule? I should know this by heart now.
I know. This is the 4th time we're doing this.
Atoms. So what makes an atom? All these things we're talking about is all inside us and in everything, right? So what are these atoms made of? Subatomic particles. And what are these subatomic particles made of? Protons, photons, neutrons, electrons. And what are these made of? Quarks and leptons. And what are quarks and leptons made of?
Da, da, da.
Energy, the nothingness. This is what we're made of. Us and everything around us is made of this. And this is what our Satyai, this is what our Asliyat is. And Gurdyal is going to explain another ways we can describe what this energy nothingness is.
So what is nothingness or energy made of? And we can give it names. And the names are a formless, eternal being. There's no beginning, no end. It's non-judgmental. It's without fear or hate. It's an ocean of peace, love, harmony, abundance, wisdom. It's God, divine consciousness. It's the creator. It's divine source energy. It's what we might call Vaheguru, Allah, Ram, any name that you feel that that's appropriate for you. It exists in everyone and everything. So there's nowhere that it doesn't exist. It exists in our food, in the air, the water, fire, our thoughts, our behaviors, the galaxies, the sky, the ocean, even in our enemies, the murderers, or the people who actually trigger us. So it even exists in our pain, our depression, our anxiety, our aches and pains, and any desires. So there's no place that this energy of nothingness doesn't exist.
And this is all actually explained in the Mool Mantra, isn't it?
Yeah.
What we just said now.
When it says ik.
Yeah, and even ek onkar, karta purkh, nirbhav, nirvej, without fear, without hatred, is formless, there's no beginning, no end. It all explains this. And this is what we are, this energy, and it's sade andar vasta and sade passe vasta. So there's no way we can possibly think that we are separate from God, because Rabbi sade andar.
So that means that at the fundamental core of the atom, and therefore the fundamental core of everything in our universe, there is no material. It is just pure energy. You, me, and you. Everything.
Even this table.
Even this table. Everything is energy, in other words, and it's only transformed. It is neither created nor destroyed. So this energy that is you and that is everything persists forever. It is immortal.
Yeah. So I'm just going to finish off saying on this page, so this means that you are not just a temporary flesh sack that lives for 80 years, that dies forever. You are the same energy as everything in our universe. This means that humans are purely eternal spiritual beings. So in big capital letters we got here, everything is energy, and that's all there is to know, period. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It cannot be any other way. This is philosophy. This is not philosophy, this is physics. So I'm going to continue discussing today's 4th episode. I have to put my glasses on because the writing's so small.
And me.
So today, I love this topic as well, this understanding of, what it be to be vibrational beings. So we are going to spot high vibrational people and how to become one. So high vibrational people, like we said, how to spot them. And do you feel a sense of peace and well-being in your life? Even when you're going through something tough, do you have a strong sense of intuition or talent for manifestation? If so, you might have high vibrational energy. If you're curious about high vibrational people, you've come to the right place. Love and live chat show. So keep listening to learn that high vibrational energy is how to spot it and how to cultivate it in your own life. So things you should know: high vibrational people are individuals who have learned to vibrate on a higher frequency through their actions and lifestyle. Having increased empathy, feeling positive emotions like joy and gratitude often, and living mindfully in all signs, you're a high vibrational person. You can raise your vibration by practicing mindfulness, working on gratitude, and taking care of your body through diet and exercise. So can relate to that already.
So just think, while we're talking, think about all of these people that you kind of know within your circle, who are high vibrational and who are low vibrational, and you'll be able to work it out quite quickly, and where you lie within this passage. So going on to there, so what are high vibrational people? High vibrational people have positive energy that vibrates at a high level. Some wellness and spiritual communities believe in the law of vibration, which suggests that everything in the world is vibrating at a specific frequency. So some emotions like fear or shame vibrate at a lower frequency, while other emotions like love or happiness vibrate at a higher frequency. So high vibrational people have learned to raise their vibrations through their actions and lifestyles. So when you vibrate at a higher frequency, you feel lighter and more joyful. Whereas on the other hand, lower vibrations feel heavier and cause negative emotions. So you're an empathetic and compassionate person. So love is one of the highest vibrational states of being, and it helps fight low vibrational energies. So if you're a high vibrational person, you likely have a general feeling of love for the people around you, which makes it easy to put yourself in their shoes So if empathy and compassion come naturally to you, it could be a sign that you're on a high vibration. So, you know, what we're saying is, when we're talking about this, that everybody goes through all of these at different times. And we mentioned it earlier this morning that one day you might be vibrating at a really high frequency because everything's going right in your life. And then an hour later, a day later, it could be that you're vibrating because something awful has happened or something devastating is happening. So there might be, you know, so it's all about a journey, you know, and it's something that we cultivate over time. It's not something that just happens. And the more you do it, the more you kind of consciously decide that this is the way I want my life to go. Regardless of what happens in my life, this is the way I want to live a conscious life, rather than being targeted or thinking that life is happening to me. You can kind of think, well, I'm co-creating my life in the way that I want to create it.
It's trying to say that high vibrational beings, people, doesn't mean they don't have challenges.
Yeah.
Just the whole, obviously, think about all this, the saints that walked this planet, from Buddha to Christ
Jesus.
to all that Buddha.
Yeah.
So they're all high vibrational beings, but they still had challenges.
Massive challenges.
Massive ones, and quite really intense ones. But it just shows you that high vibrational people, they'll have moments when they might feel despair or feeling a sense of grief and pain and loss. But it shows that high vibrational people will find a way to overcome that quicker than person is a low vibrational. They might wallow in that and go into deep depression for probably years, or, you know, and so it doesn't mean that being a high vibrational person, okay time nahi aane aoge zarur, but then a high vibrational person will see, how is this, what I've got to learn from this, what is this helping me to release that I'm holding on to, maybe on a very deep wound. So they will see that that challenge is an opportunity to grow and evolve. But it definitely means that one day you might be feeling really happy and next day some calamity comes, you lost something, you lost your job, but then you might feel that low, intense, you know, emotion, but then we allow ourselves to just be an allowance of it and work through it, process it, and then once you process it, you come back to being high vibrational again.
Yeah. So there's lots of examples that we can think of.
Okay, so you are also a very generous person, who is somebody who's very high vibrational. As you know, you're not stingy, and greed have a low vibrational energy, whereas generosity raises your vibration. High vibrational people generally avoid a lack mindset. You actually find yourself cultivating gratitude, thankful for what you already have. This makes them more generous towards others and when they have the means to be. So if you're a generous person, this is a good sign that you are living a very high vibrational lifestyle. So that's one sign. I do know a lot of people who are, we know some friends, they're always willing to be generous, and they always come to a place that, you know, they want to share their, not just, I'm not talking just about financial situation, but they want to share their time, or they, you know, what they have, you know, their food, you know,
their energy. Yeah.
So they just do it because for them, the more they do it, the more they feel happy and the more their vibration raises, and they make other people around them that they're sharing on another vibration, it obviously starts to raise as well. So another sign you're a high vibrational person, you're incredibly optimistic. Under the low vibration, thoughts vibrate at their own frequency. As a result, negative thoughts can drag down your vibration, while positive thoughts can elevate you to a higher vibrational level. So if you're filled with optimistic, high vibrational thoughts, there's a good chance you're also vibrating at an elevated frequency. So yeah, optimistic. So somebody's always about looking forward to something new opportunity, or like there's something, let's say you got a new job. There'll be one person who's low vibrational probably think, oh, I don't know, I'm dreading it, maybe I'll get it wrong, maybe people won't like me, maybe I'll fail, maybe I'll make a fool out of myself. But then if somebody else got the same job, I'll be thinking, oh, I can't wait to meet new people, I can't wait to sort of like try this new way of doing something, who just feel excited and just so passionate. That's a high vibrational person.
Yeah. So again, high vibrational people, or how to spot one. you feel good. So feelings and emotions are also vibrate on their own frequencies. Emotions like joy, happiness and gratitude are high vibrational, while shame, regret and jealousy vibrate at a lower frequency. If you're a high vibrational person, you likely feel high vibrational emotions more often than you feel low vibrational ones. So this is saying that no matter what, even if you are generally speaking, maybe 80% of the time, you're quite high vibration, and you feel positive, and you give that kind of vibe to a lot of people. Anybody that you come across, you want to uplift people as well as uplifting yourself. But that doesn't mean that you don't have moments of feeling low or have all the other emotions of guilt, shame, judgment. Those happen as well. But generally speaking, you want to maintain your life as an optimistic, uplifting, high vibrational person. So again, what we're talking about is all about choices. It's about consciously deciding that this is the way I want to be, starting from first thing in the morning or throughout your day. So you're forgiving. Blame is a low vibrational energy. Letting go of low vibrational feelings like blame helps you raise your vibrations and get to a higher frequency. If you're good at releasing feelings of blame and gracefully forgiving others, this is a good sign that you're living a high vibrational lifestyle. So sometimes, where blame is concerned, you might not want to try and sort the problem out. Whereas I know that as a high vibrational person, who I may know, it could be that, let's sit down, let's talk about this, let's thrash out the issue. And then you can kind of walk away knowing that, you did your best in terms of that relationship, and you can let it go, and you can forgive that person and say, well, whatever happens in your life, you go ahead and lead your life the way you want to, and you wish them love and light, so they get on with your life and you get on with yours. You don't think, I'm just going to hold on to this and ruminate about it, talk about it with other people, not only bring myself down but bring everybody else around. You accept that happened within a relationship, and I mean, we've talked about this quite a lot, but you think, that's okay. You don't like it, you don't want it to happen, where the relationships fall down and you can't fix it, because we all like to try and fix things. But this is where you kind of accept it, that this is part of my journey. So I'm going to respect it, honour it, and accept that this person or family or friends don't want to know me anymore, and I'm okay with it. So that's what a high vibrational person will do, as opposed to somebody who will just go on and on and on about it and not even try and change the situation.
Yeah, but holding on to low vibrational state of blame, you're in a victim mindset. So like you said, we are this energy, this frequency, vibrational beings. So whatever we feel is true for us, that we attract more situations where we'll feel a victim. So we've got more reasons to blame other people. So why do that? Because if we know that we are this vibration being, that this is the energy, the frequency we're emitting, we're just going to attract more of that. So this is why forgiveness is the highest vibration. Just forgive, because I'm not forgiving them, but I'm actually forgiving myself, because I'm holding on to that story and the victim mindset.
Yeah.
So that's a very powerful place to be in. So another characteristics of you being a high vibrational person, you have very good boundaries. Although you have increased empathy and a forgiving nature, you don't compromise your own well-being to cater to others' needs, because doing so you could lower your vibration. So if you're good at protecting your own energy and saying no when you need to, this is a good sign that you're able to cultivate and protect a high vibration frequency in your life. So this is where you are in the state, in the energy vibration of valuing yourself, because when you're valuing yourself, you're seeing that if I'm this high vibrational being and I'm this the nothingness, then this nothingness also cultivates all those different aspects of that. I am this God state where I'm abundant, I'm worthy. It's no way possible that you can ever feel that you are in a place that you need to protect your boundaries, because I am everything, the omnipresent. So I'm worthy of manifesting everything in my life, because I am the creator. So this is when you protect your boundaries, or if that's in the place you want to be, you actually are in the energy of that belief that I am this valuable person, being, and that's that state of knowing that I've got the energy to cultivate anything in my life.
Yeah, I mean, and going back to boundaries, this is where, you know, it would take courage, it does take strength, where you decide that, you know what, going to such and such a place or doing this outing, it doesn't really align with who I am. So I feel strong enough and courageous enough, and I'm comfortable with saying, no, that isn't for me. Whereas somebody who may be of a low vibration might feel shame, guilt, and feel like they have to do what other people are doing or what the majority are doing, which we all do. You know, there's an element of doing things to please other people, but a high vibrational person will think, you know what, actually, I'm okay, I'm comfortable with just being on my own at home while everybody else goes out and has a good time. Yeah. I'm okay, I'm happy in that. And those are the kind of boundaries that we can also think about in terms of that.
Okay, so another characteristics, you're great at manifesting. Your thoughts have vibrational energy, so high vibrational thoughts attract high vibrational things to your life. So if you're a high vibrational person, manifesting likely comes naturally to you, and good things come your way often. This is so true. And we know how that happens, because when we're in that happy place and when we're doing it from good intention, pure intention, where we know it's a value to ourselves and value to the world and humanity, then you find that you become a very powerful manifester.
Yeah, definitely. And we've spoke about manifesting quite a few in our
previous episodes.
Previous episodes. Continuing on, so you practice mindfulness. So mindfulness involves focusing on what you are feeling in the present moment while avoiding judging yourself, and it involves practices like meditation, practicing mindfulness. It raises your positive vibrations. So if you've prioritized mindfulness in your life, this is a good sign that you're living a high vibrational lifestyle. So mindfulness is where you're in the present moment. You're not thinking about what has happened to your life, and you're not worried about what's going to happen. You're focusing on the here and now. So whatever you're doing, thinking, it is about now. So, you know, because when we think about the future, we're anxious, and when we think about the past, we're feeling low, we're feeling depressed because we wanted to change things. And in reality, the only thing that any of us have is the now. We only have what is right here, right now. And that's practicing mindfulness. You have good intuition. So many lifestyle practices that raise your vibrations, like meditation, mindfulness, and spending time in nature, can also develop and strengthen your intuition. So if you have a strong intuition and you feel like you can always trust your gut, this could be a sign that you're living a high vibrational lifestyle, and that it always pays off. So when you're thinking about your intuition, you can feel that, you know what, this is going to be good for me. I mean, Dav's much better at it than I am. I'll put my hands up to that, because as we've evolved, I feel like we've kind of lost our intuition. We're kind of we don't listen to ourselves enough, because we live such a rushed and busy lifestyle that we don't sit and actually we're not comfortable with how we feel. So we'll just go with the majority. We'll go with what's easiest for everybody else and not really think about, well, what do I want? What's actually good for me? So this is where, you know, we can tune into our intuition, but again, that takes time and energy and just kind of looking at what it is that we really want. But I know you could probably explain that even better than me. Yeah,
just you know, sensation is like a GPS. So once we feel it, if it feels heavy, it feels uneasy, you know, it feels just icky, then that's GPS telling us this is not what we're supposed to be thinking about, this is not the place we need to be, this is not part of your soul journey. So but if you're feeling uplifted and energized,
like you look forward to
you look forward to something, that's our GPS going, you're on the right path here. But it's just being, like you said, mindfulness, being aware of it, you know, be in tune, be in touch with your feelings, be in touch, because being authentic, that's what being authentic is, being in touch with your feelings. It's always giving us the absolute correct, you know, guidance. So that's the best way I can explain it. So
that sounds good.
So I'm going to go on to the next characteristics, which is you love to take care of your body. So people who have vibrational pain, you know them because they honor their bodies. So eating high vibrational foods and staying physically active are important aspects of cultivating high vibrational energy. Heavier unhealthy foods can bog you down and lower your energy, whereas healthier nutrients, dense foods elevate your vibration. If you love to take care of your body with food and movement, this could be a sign that you're a very high vibrational person. And honestly, you do sometimes, don't you feel that, how you feel sluggish more and heavy when you've had a real heavy sort of like, you know, the like processed food and things. And I
think the best way to describe it is when you go to a wedding.
Yeah.
You have your starter, you have your main, you have your dessert, and you have all the drinks in between. And you can't wait to go home the next day and make something light.
Exactly.
That's
what
a really
we did,
good,
I know.
And that's what brought that to my mind, because you know that you've really probably overly consumed, because nobody normally has a starter, main and dessert. So you've eaten too much, so your body feels sluggish. You know that you shouldn't have eaten and drunk that much. So the next day you kind of try and detox. So that's how I would describe that.
Yeah, so high vibrational foods for me is like something's natural, grown from Mother Earth, you know. And they're high vibration foods where there's just made out of natural growth and love. And obviously we can say people who are not non-vegetarian, you know.
No, that's me.
Yeah, so, you know, I would say that's low vibration food, because that's where the energy that whatever the animal had to go through fear in order to...
She's trying to convert me.
But imagine if you go through fear, and even any species, it will release all those, you know, like you said, adrenaline and all those. And, you know, when you're fear, I'm going to really scare you now. So
we're talking about high vibrations now, not becoming a vegetarian.
Yeah, but obviously if you think about an animal, it's full of, it's so salty because all the urine, because
let's just stick to this.
But that's some interesting information there.
Stop.
But it tells you everything, because whatever the thought that's gone, even like eating plants or, you know, vegetables, even there, because it's all nature where it's grown, there's no resistance. It's the energy of just flow and natural growth where there's love and harmony. So that's what we take in, and we feel like that. So whatever you consume, whatever it's thinking about, we consume that in that ourselves.
Interesting stuff.
So another one which I like as well, if you're a high vibration person, you like to do yoga. So yoga can help you release stagnant energy and raise your vibration. So yoga is also a form of exercise. Staying active also cultivates high vibrational energies. If you do yoga on a regular basis, this grounding spiritual practice has likely done wonders for your vibration level. And the other yoga I was talking about yesterday, remember I say we should do the lymphatic one?
Yeah.
And because the lymphatic is all about releasing our toxins in our body that we stored through what we consume or what we think about. The lymphatic, I find, I mean, there's so many different, but that one, I don't know, I feel intuitively, I think that's a good one to release the toxins in our body. And when releasing those toxins, you naturally become a high vibrational person. Your thinking becomes more clear, you get more inspirations, and you're more connected with divine source energy.
Interesting. We're going to practice that soon. So another one of how to spot a high vibrational person is you're outdoorsy. You're connecting with nature, can positively affect your mood and raise your vibration levels. If you love spending time in the great outdoors and appreciate the beauty of nature, this is a strong sign that you're vibrating at an elevated frequency. So if you imagine the life that we're living at the moment, a lot of people just spend a lot of their time indoors. They go to work, they come home, they may not even go outside until the weekend and spend some time out in nature, whereas I think I'm quite lucky. You know, I've got a dog, so I have to go out. I have to take him to the park, and I actually love that, because it gives me time to actually connect with nature and forget about all the other stuff and listen to Gurbani, and you know, that's just how I love spending that half an hour or an hour of my day. And I think sometimes if you think about that, and that's raising your vibration, because you're in a place where there's not much noise, there's not much you know, there's not wires and things like that. It's all nature, just trees and the ground and that kind of stuff. So it's going to make you feel good naturally. And this is why it's always encouraged, you know, being outdoor, the fresh air, wherever possible. Whereas if you're indoors, you're constantly taking in that same stagnant air from, you know, your environment, you know, especially if you don't even open the window, or if you live in a very, you know, lots of buildings and things like that where there's a lot of toxins outside of wherever you live. So the next one is you consume high vibrational media, and I know we do this quite a lot where we send stuff that uplifts us. So the TV that you watch, the movies, the music, it also vibrate at specific frequencies. You know, as a result, certain media could lower your vibrations. For example, if you're feeling anxious or pessimistic after watching a violent action movie, this may have to do with low vibrational energy. If you're drawn to uplifting positive media, this could be that a sign that you're living a high vibrational lifestyle. So, I mean, I personally don't watch news because I find that there is nothing positive that comes out of it, even though we need to watch it and, you know, to understand what's going on around the world. But consciously I will not watch it every day, because I know that I will feel down, I will feel upset by what other people, or, you know, what is actually happening out there. As much as there's lots and lots of positive stuff, but unfortunately the news doesn't show that. It'll always be about negative stuff to kind of keep the nation, you know, on a low frequency. So it's controlled, but that's a whole different subject. But yeah, so what you watch, what you listen to, your kind of conversations, the people that you're around, this will all affect your vibration. So if you're going to listen to really sad songs that are they're going to make you feel down. Whereas if you listen to really uplifting music, which I know some of the songs I listen to, I just love them because they make me feel like I'm alive. And Dav doesn't always like. She loves most of the music that I like, but some of it she's like, she just thinks it's questionable.
Really?
Hole, hole, hole.
She gets singing hole, hole, hole now. And
Pyar na panchi bole or something like that.
You might as well sing it now.
Oh, no, all right. Because I need to be in that mode.
I don't mind you singing anything, it just keeps your vibration up. So, yeah, so like we were saying, what we're responsible for whatever we're thinking about, what we're focusing on, because jad sadi vibration low hondi hai, we are emitting that to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So if you're watching the news all the time, it doesn't mean it just stays with us, those feelings. It actually, we're emitting it, like we said, with this antenna, that signal jande rehde hai. So are we really serving the world, the humanity? No. So if we're thinking of good, positive thoughts, listening to good things, laughter, joke, this is naturally study. We are giving service to humanity, to the world. So this is incredible information to know, because we don't think of it like this, do we? So
naturally you don't, but this is the bigger picture.
Yeah. So
of how we affect each other.
Yeah. So another one to spot if you're a vibrational being, people trust you and gravitate towards you. So if you're a high vibrational person, you have many qualities that make people want to be your friend. So your forgiving, upbeat, loving and generous nature makes people feel safe and happy around you. If you make friends easily and feel like people are drawn towards you, high vibrational energy could be the reason. And this does happen a lot. I think I find that even choti hundi to, because I always wanted to feel there's something much more than just me, there's this force, this takat. I've always had that inner interest or
knowing.
Inner pull and wanting to know more about who we are, why we're here. And because obviously as a different me, vibrating at different frequency, even choti hundi. So I always found myself like, I had people, strangers, if I'm in bus, they I'm walking, or to drop off my membered kids at school, always find moms just wanting to come and chat to you, and they start opening up in the very sort of personal details. They just felt safe to talk about anything that was, you know, challenging or was a problem to them, because they felt this place is a sacred, maybe place. I was allowing them to come into the space. So that's when I realized that this is happening so often, and I found myself holly understanding more what's my purpose, and then eventually became a coach, because it was happening before anyway throughout my life. So it always depends on what we're focusing on, what we believe about ourselves, and believe our relationship to the world. Yeah. So that's one of the signs. And the other one is, you're surrounded by positive people as well. So the low vibration is all about matching the frequency of what you are looking for. So if you sort out and build relationships with high vibrational people, this suggests that you've matched their frequency and also living on a high vibration. Okay, this is a really good one because, I don't know, even that's another experience. I find myself in the company of various, like, let's just say, evolved spiritual, like saints or, you know, sant vagera, and it's just used to happen naturally, and there will always be this connection, even happen from the moment, like when I was 6 months old. So this has been part of my experience, and I do feel very, very blessed. But also at the same time, being this high vibrational being, there is a lot of responsibilities being in this state as well. But I do find this does happen. You do find yourself in the presence of these vibrational beings, high vibrational beings.
Very, very interesting. I love it when she talks about this kind of stuff. But going from spotting a high vibrational person, we're now going to be talking about low vibrational people. So how to notice who they are and how they can affect the people around them. So low vibrational people are individuals who are vibrating at a lower frequency. So low vibrational energy feels heavier, and we all know what this feels like, and darker than high vibrational energy, and is associated with more negative feelings. So here are some signs of low vibrational energy to look out for. So you experience low vibrational emotions like fear or shame more often than high vibrational ones like love or joy. So you're stuck in a scarcity mindset, meaning you focus on what you don't have rather than cultivating gratefulness for what you do have. So you have a hard time empathizing with others and putting yourself in their shoes. You are self-critical and too hard on yourself. Or if you talk to yourself unkindly, you're unhappy with your relationship with alcohol or with your diet, and you feel like your physical health might need some TLC. Now, we all understand that this is part and parcel of being a human being. We all experience those the highs and the lows of life, but this is where a low vibrational person will really, it'll happen more and more. So now we're going to be talking about how to raise your vibration, and Dav's going to go into that a bit more.
Okay, so how to raise your vibration. Now, if you know you're feeling low, this is our responsibility to do this. And so practice mindfulness. So mindfulness involves focusing on what you're feeling in the present moment. That's where the power lies. So while avoiding judgment, it is also a surefire way to raise your vibrations. So if you're looking to become a high vibrational person, try out mindful meditations. That's always paying attention to your mental diet. What am I thinking? Is it good thoughts or sad thoughts, frightening thoughts? So that's mindful meditation, involves focusing on the present moment. It also reduce stress, promote physical well-being. Sit down in a quiet place and focus on what you're experiencing. Feel the flow of your breath and let any thoughts that come up and pass without judgment. This is something, remember said everything's flowing, emotions all about flow. It becomes stagnant when we allow ourselves
hold on to things.
Yeah, so it becomes stagnant when we in avoidance of wanting to feel. Feeling is healing. So whatever's coming up, with no judgment, process it by feeling it and fully being present with it and just giving it love, and infuse it with high vibrational feelings of love and compassion and peace. So that's practice mindfulness. Another way to raise your vibration is taking care of yourself and raise your vibration and help you to become more present. Take the time to do something you enjoy to show yourself some love and cultivate positive emotions. If you love nature, go on a scenic hike or spend the day at the beach. If you need some rest, treat yourself to a bubble bath or a night in watching your favorite movie. Being kind to yourself will help you to be kind to others, which will help you to raise your vibration.
Yeah, so that's the one about self-care. We've got a few more to go through. So think positive. I mean, this, I know it's easier said than done. You know, don't need to kind of just go into it too much, but it's a conscious thing. It's where you think, you know what, are you the person that looks at the glass half empty or half full? Are you the person that thinks, you know what, I'm just so happy, I'm grateful that I've got my health right now. You know, down in 10, 20 years, I might not have it, or even less than that. Something could get knocked over by a bus tomorrow. You know, and it's whether you kind of think, I want to be positive.
Yeah.
But I also know that I could be a negative person.
Yeah.
But it's consciously living your life, thinking, well, where am I vibrating? What am I thinking? You know, if I'm thinking of constantly thinking of negative things, then of course my life is going to become negative, because that's where my attention's going. But if I'm going to think that, you know what, while things are going really well, I'm just going to enjoy it. So I'm just going to continue this, and then whatever challenges come my way, then I'm going to deal with them if and when they occur. But I'm not going to project myself into a place of negativity, because right now life's good. So I think, you know, positivity for me, you know, is about continuously thinking things are going really well for me right now. So that's one thing. It's about constantly checking on your thoughts, your mental diet, and being positive. So work on gratitude. Think about all the things that you can be grateful for. What is it that makes you happy? And if you're not feeling grateful right now, then think about, well, I am grateful. I've got hot water, I've got a bed, I've got a roof, you could think of thousands of things. And just by thinking about something, about grateful things, you are going to raise your vibration regardless, because your attention is on the positive things just through being grateful. So if you do more and more of that, then that is what's going to happen coming forward towards you.
So another way to raise your vibration, explore wellness and spirituality. Wellness practice like yoga and spiritual practices like healing with crystals can help boost your positive energy and raise your vibrations. Don't be afraid to try something new. It can broaden your perspective and help you cultivate a high vibrational lifestyle. Incorporate yoga into your schedule to promote your physical and mental well-being. Check out a beginner's class or practice in the comfort of your home with online instruction videos. That's what I normally do. So stones like amethyst and rose quartz promote connection and love. Place them around your home, wear them in your jewelry, or carry them in your bag to make use of their properties. So these crystals, I remember say everything is consciousness, you know, even the energy, the nothingness even exists, and because different stones have different vibration, different frequencies. So like the rose ones, that's all about connecting to love. And obviously amethyst is more about connecting to your high consciousness, the crown chakra. And the other one is eat high vibrational food. So many wellness and spirituality communities believe that eating animal products such as meat, dairy or eggs have a negative effect on our energy frequency. So additionally, many believe that heavy and healthy foods can also lower your vibration. So eating a high vibrational diet filled with whole foods, fruits and vegetables can help you vibrate at a higher frequency. Don't worry. You don't have to go fully vegan or become a vegetarian to raise your vibration if you're not comfortable with that yet. Simply cutting back on meat products and incorporating more plant-based meals into your diet can have a positive effect. So try incorporating a meatless Monday into your routine, abstaining from eating meat 1 day per week, and see how you feel. Abstain from overly processed or packaged food, or have them in moderation in order to incorporate more whole foods into your diet.
Well, the vegetarian, that's a separate conversation. But yes, that is something I work towards. But anyway, it's difficult sometimes. Cut down on alcohol. Since alcohol is a depressant, too much of it can lower your vibrational life. Lowering your alcohol intake can help you live a more high vibrational life, and also have a positive effect on your physical and mental health. If you're looking to take a break from alcohol, try out some fun mocktail recipes, or check out sober bars or even events in your area. So now I know that a lot of drinks are doing 0% alcohol, which is brilliant. But also, if you do go to the drink, on a regular basis, then it is something to think about. Well, why am I doing this? Could I do something instead of having alcohol? Could I go for a run or meet some friends or go for coffee instead of, to a club or a bar or whatever. So it's about consciously looking at what you're doing, not only in terms of drink, but how you're spending your extracurricular time. Surround yourself with high vibrational people. So the energies of the people around us can have a serious effect on our energies. So if you imagine when you're going to see somebody, whether it's a family member, and when you go there, there's a sense of dread. Oh, I really don't want to spend much time with that person. Or if I do spend, I want to only spend an hour, because that's as much as I can cope with, because I know I'm going to start feeling down the longer I spend with that time. So that's just about working out, well, I've got to be somewhere else after an hour. So it's consciously deciding. I mean, I know I do this with certain people, that I don't want to spend an endless amount of time with that person, because I know it's going to have an effect on me as how I feel. Yeah. So that's just consciously looking at ways of kind of coming away from that person, doing what you feel that you want to do in terms of maybe your duty, especially if it's a family member that you're taking care of, but also maybe educating people and saying that, you know, think about life in a different way and helping them to overcome what you might feel is a low vibration into kind of looking at life in a higher vibrational way. So coming to the conclusion, I hope you really enjoyed our show so far. To conclude, high vibrational people are empathetic and compassionate. They're generous, they're incredibly optimistic, they feel good, they are forgiving, they have good boundaries, they are great at manifesting, they practice mindfulness, they have good intuition, they'd love to take care of your body, of their body, not my body. You do yoga.
Go on, you do yoga.
You do yoga. Oh God. You're outdoorsy. My earrings come off as well. You consume high vibrational media. People trust you and gravitate towards you. You're surrounded by positive people. So, I mean, you know, don't forget that we're not saying you have to be all of these things, but this is something that we work towards. It's a conscious mindset of, you know what, I want to have a good life. I want to have fun. I don't want my life to be like negative and I don't.
Good health. I just raised my vibration now.
So this is it. It's just so it's just about consciously, you know, enjoying your life and making a conscious decision that I just want to have fun. Yes, my life is going to be difficult. You know, life is going to bring its challenges. But if I can, I mean, I know I consciously do it every day. Dav knows that now a lot. But yeah.
Jumka.
I've got to find the back.
Lost your jumka.
I've lost the back.
Okay, so another way in order to raise your vibrations, if you are sort of like operating from a low vibrational, so this is way to raise your vibration, is to practice mindfulness, prioritize self-care, think positive, work on gratitude, explore wellness and spirituality, eat high vibrational food, cut down on alcohol, and surround yourself with high vibrational people. And I think there's one missing on there.
What's that?
God, laugh as much as you can.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh God.
Definitely. Joy, happiness.
Yeah, and playfulness. Yeah. Laugh as much as you can. It's okay to be silly. Connect with your inner child. Oh my God, this is the highest vibrational thing you can experience. So obviously, like, you just had a little bit of an incident. Her jumka, kanta fell off. And, you know, we just laughed because all of a sudden it came natural.
Yeah.
And just enjoy it whenever you have an opportunity to laugh, because laughter is the best medicine. You know?
Yeah, and focus on fun things. You know, life is, you know, through going all of this, if you want to be a high vibrational person, it's got to be done consciously. You can't, I mean, you know, like I said, we all have our challenges and there's no way that we don't. But what we're saying is, if you consciously live a life of fun, gratefulness, joy, laughter, you know, and if you feel like the people around you are just like low and, you know, make you feel down, then change that. You can change it. Go and find something where you feel energized, where you feel positive and uplifted. You've got to find those people for yourself in order to make those changes. And by doing that, by becoming a high vibrational person, it's quite hard to say that, to get that, you will attract more of those kind of people around you.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, life is tough. We all know how tough life is, in our personal lives and in our professional lives, in our social lives, or whatever else lives there are out there. But to kind of do it where there's some fun involved. I mean, I don't think Dav and I would be doing this if we didn't have as much fun, joy, laughter through doing it, because we resonate with so much of this stuff that it just makes it easier.
It is, because there is so much contact in it, and content. Exactly. And we just enjoy so much of this, and we've done 4 episodes of this, and we're just feeling on such a high vibrational state now.
We don't need a drink and we don't need meat.
That's interesting, because there's some people that go to a party, they think they're only going to enjoy themselves, they be in that place of fun and laughter. They need some sort of external stimulus to make them feel all jolly and happy. But we feel like that
regardless.
And funny enough, we feel more laughter in our lives when we make a mistake. I mean, I couldn't say that word.
She's trying to say content. She said contact.
So high vibrational.
I'm not going to say that again now. We're coming to the end of the show, so we hope you really enjoyed it with our mistakes, and you know, and it is all about having fun and not feeling judged that we've made a mistake. It's okay. We're happy with it. You know, because we're human beings and we make mistakes, and it's okay. To make
And it's also to let our children and our family know, from our mistakes. You know, it's something that we learn and do grow from, and also mistakes are not something that you are judged now for being a bad person. Mistakes just part of human experience.
Yeah. So enjoy it, and you know, and let go of shame, guilt, and you know, just live your life to the to a high vibration, like high.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed our last 4 episodes on being high vibrational beings.
Thank you.
Bye bye. So Shrika.